what has been your best day dollar-wise as a notary that you can remember?
That I remember,
Yeah.
I'd probably say closer to like 1,800 in one day.
What's up, hustlers? Your boy JT Automation back in another video. I'm here with Vanessa from Notary to Notary. She's going to talk to us about the notary business and give you guys all the game that you guys want to know about it right after the intro. All right. So first and foremost, thank you so much for coming on the channel. I've reacted to your videos in the past, but it's good to actually have you on the channel virtually. We still eventually got to do an in-person video, but it's great to have you here. I love your energy on social media. I love how you're helping a ton of people become notaries and everything that you do. So I really wanted to talk to you for my benefit and for the benefit of all the viewers here, and just ask you a few questions to hopefully help them learn more about this business. And if you guys want to take advantage of it, right, there are going to be some links down in the description below so you can stay connected with her and check out all of her trainings. Do you mind starting off just by telling us the backstory? So were you always a notary, or how did you get into being a notary?
No, I've been a lot of things in a lot of different spaces. Like I'm telling you, there's probably nothing I haven't done. But I got started in notary after I had my daughter in 2014. Well, I had her before then, but in 2014 I started because I wanted to find something that I could do that would allow me to work from home or have like a flexible schedule. So like we might find like the Mary Kays and the Avons and things like that. Yeah. And I tried those things. It didn't work out. So I found notary, and honestly, I thought it was just going to be like a side, a couple dollars here and there type thing. So I said, okay, I'll add it to my belt, and after I added it, it just, kind of took off, and I was just surprised like what is happening right now, because no one talks about being a notary. Like no one talks about it. So yeah, it completely shocked me, and it changed my life. The best decision I've ever made, money wise. So yeah, I love it. Absolutely.
All right, so you went full time in 2014. So you've been doing it full time for like 8 years, or how?
I went full time in 2016. So I did it part time for 2 years, and then I quit my full time job in 2016 when I realized that I was losing money being at work because I was missing calls and missing texts. And I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this, and I just quit. But that's my personality. I'm very sporadic. And I said, all right,
dope, bro. That's dope. Like you having the confidence to be an entrepreneur and step out 100%, bet on yourself is super dope. A lot of people would have been too scared to do that. So you having the wherewithal to say, hey, I'm losing money, I'm gonna transition out and bet on myself is super dope. Now, that being said, a lot of people that comment underneath the videos that I made talking about this believe that notaries can only make $5 per transaction, but I also hear people like you and other people that say that you can make 6 figures as being a notary. So can you kind of like dispel any myths or tell us what's the money look like in being a notary?
Hold on, wait. I know you've been enjoying this video or else you wouldn't have watched it this far, but that's the exact reason why I want to present to you a very special offer that I only want to give out to my top followers. If you're somebody out there that understands that real estate is a great way to create, grow, and store your wealth, however you think you either need a ton of money to get into it or you got to be super knowledgeable because it's super technical to do it without having any money, well, I have an ebook that I designed especially for you. If you're interested in knowing how to buy real estate for $1,000 or less with no wholesaling, and without taking on any debt, I'm going to teach you how to get paid just for trying. And if that interests you, check out the first link down in the description below. And now let's get back to this game.
So no matter what I say, there's always gonna be somebody that comes back and says, no, you can only make $5. And you just can't change people's mindsets, and that's okay. My purpose is to change people who are willing to listen. And when I first got into it, I did think the same thing. Like, well, I read the handbook. Every state has a handbook, and I knew I could make more than $5 because I read the law. And so I knew, but I didn't think I could make 6 figures. I was under the assumption I could only make like 30, 40, 50 bucks here and there. Now, what you're seeing is people who are making 6 figures are typically doing loan closings. Now, you can make more money doing what we call general notary work, But what you primarily see, like on social media and the videos, are loan signing agents, and that's because an average loan closing pays about $100 to $150 per closing. When I was working full time doing this, I was doing between 5 and 10 a day. So that's like $1,000 a day. That's how they're getting to that six figures typically. But you can make it in different ways. Like notaries are so much more than just, oh, let me just get this one page notarized. Like we can do so much in the space. Like we could do loan closing, we could do e-notary, we could do wills, private attorneys. I mean, anything you name it, we can do it. And so there's a lot of money to be made in the space, but you have to learn it, and you have to, not listen to the naysayers and people who are saying, oh, you can go to your bank and do it for free. So there's a lot of myths out there. People say, oh, you can go to your bank and do it for free. So banks are actually starting to step away from notarizations, because anytime you notarize a document, you as the notary are held liable. You have to go to court if that document's ever contested. So they're not trying to be involved in all that stuff. And so they may say, we only do it for our members, or we only do certain kinds of documents, things like that. And so and then you have to think about it. Banks are open 9 to 5. So if someone works 9 to 5, they can't get it done after hours. So there's a lot. And then not only that, we notarize for people who are in hospitals or can't leave their homes, or business executives or politicians who just don't feel like it. They want somebody to come to them. They're like, I have enough money, come to my office. Yeah. So we provided that luxury service too. So there's a lot more to the space, and that's why you can make more money doing it.
Absolutely. All right. So now I don't want to gloss over the fact you said when you was doing it full time, you can make $100 doing it. You could do 5 to 10 a day and make between $500 to $1,000 a day. For anybody watching it, I got a lot of males that watch me, but I'm slowly growing my audience of female viewers. So I appreciate you being here, being a dope example, a great example of being a successful female entrepreneur. How hard is it being a notary, doing either general notary work, like you said, or those closings for real estate deals?
So it's not hard to do. Okay. And I think a lot of people, they get into it, it can be, I think the hardest thing for most people is the fear they have of themselves. Like they're just intimidated and they're scared and they are like, what if I mess up? And it's all in their head, but the actual work itself is so easy. And it's for me. So when I got into it, at one point I was a manager at Qdoba, and I don't know if you eat Qdoba, but that's a lot of work. That's guacamole, that's pico, that's a whole lot of work. That's a whole lot of manual labor. Mm-hmm. That was hard. Okay. This, all I gotta do is look at IDs and sign papers. This is not hard. This is easy compared to what I used to do. Most people's jobs, like those are hard things to do, especially compared to what you're getting paid. This is easy. It's really simple. It's work, but it's not hard. Yeah, it's not hard.
How long are you at like a typical stop? Like if you go to somebody for their home closing or whatever it is, because I'm trying to help people that are thinking about, is this an 8-hour a day job?
No.
Or be stuck there for like 8, 10, 12 hours doing this?
No. So now, granted, I've been doing closings for several years. Okay. So for me, like I did a closing today, I think I was in their house for all of 10 minutes because I can do it with my eyes closed, right? Mm-hmm. But on average, it'll take between 30 minutes to an hour for a new notary. Most experienced notaries can do it within 15 to 30 minutes to do a loan closing. General notary work, 5, give or take, and you're out of there. Super fast. I'm experienced. Okay, so 5 minutes for me, 20 minutes for a newbie, just in case.
All right, that's still dope. Like you still talking about less than an hour or an hour tops, you could be out of there. For anybody that's watching this that may be concerned because they're hearing everything you're saying, they really want to get into it, but they don't know what's the prerequisite for it. Can you give us like top level, like can anybody be a notary, or is there certain prerequisites that got to be made in order to become a notary?
That's a great question. So that's going to vary by state. Most states, the policy is really, really simple. It's typically just a background check. I want to throw out there, so typically most states, they do a background check and you typically are not supposed to have a felony. It depends on what kind of felony and depends on when it is. What I always tell anybody who has a felony, apply anyway. The worst they can do is deny you, but don't deny yourself first. See if you can do it. I have friends who have felonies and are doing this. So this is like, I don't want people to like, oh, I got a felony, I can't do it. No, try anyway. Okay, try anyway. But all you do is apply. Typically like $50 to $75 for the application. They'll do a background check. You get your notary supplies, may cost you about 30 to 40 bucks. And technically you can start with that.
So this is a business you could start with $100.
Yes.
Sounds
and
like
make
it.
money. Yes. Because when I started, I didn't have a lot of money. I told you I could over. Okay. I did not have a lot of money. And then I'm already like in mommy mode, so I coupon and stuff. So I'm like, how can I? So I'm trying to figure out how to get started with the least amount of money out of pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. You could definitely do this with like very little dollars, $100, give or take. You can get started.
Yeah. All right, so hey, you guys, I want this video to be intentionally short and sweet. She's a YouTuber, she's an Instagrammer. Hopefully, as you guys can tell, she has great energy. I'm gonna link her social media down in the description below. I really want you all to subscribe to her, follow her, depending on whatever platform you decide to tap in with her with. Also, she does offer a full training program that can help those of you that are super interested in getting in this business and making money the right way. And like I always tell you guys, right? I know a lot of people that are new to entrepreneurship, or they're an aspiring entrepreneur and not even new to it yet. They're always worried about what's something going to cost. So I always challenge you all to think about, what is it costing you not to do it? So if this is a business that you can learn from somebody that already knows how to make $500, $1,000 a day, all right, and it's $100 to start up when you apply and get your materials, all right, you're actually losing money if you're interested in this business by not tapping in with practitioners. So I pride myself in being a practitioner that works with practitioners. So if you're somebody out there that thought that as a notary, you could only make $5 a stop, or notaries don't make no money, or you're gonna have to work 8, 10, 12 hours a day because that's what you're doing now, this is something that you can do in all 50 states. All right, you can learn the game from somebody that already knows how to do what you're trying to do, and the link to those resources will be down in the description below. Do you have anything else you want to tell them, how they can contact you or anything like that?
Yes, so you can find me at notariesnotary.com, and you can call me, email me, text me, all that good stuff. I'm here to help you. My whole mantra is I want to help people gain time and financial freedom, and I'm just doing it through the notary industry. So definitely reach out to me.
All right. What has been your best day? Because I like to leave, like, on a high note. If you can remember, what has been your best day dollar-wise as a notary that you can remember?
That I remember?
Yeah.
I'd probably say closer to like 1,800 in one day. It was a snow day. That's what it was, because no one wants to work on a snow day. So I took everybody's work. That was fun. That was fun.
Oh, that's dope. All right.
And that's loan closings and general notary work. Yeah.
All right. So, hey, you guys, there you have it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Subscribe to her channel if you're not doing so already. And until next time, so I'm hustler, stay hustling. JT Automations, I'm gone.